Hello my fellow grade 8 students! How are you today? I hope that you are fine and doing well. Are you ready for our lesson for today? Great! Lesson for today is about rectangular coordinate system. Before we proceed to our lesson, let's have first the essential cultural knowledge, and that is the famous 7 lakes of San Pablo City. We also have the cultural inheritage, which is about the history of the 7 lakes. The 7 freshwater lakes of San Pablo City were formed by a unique process called phreatic eruption, where shallow lava from Mount San Cristobal intersected groundwater which blew out steam-heated eruption, the overlaying rocks to form a circular and crater-like depression that eventually filled up with rainwater. And now, here is our objectives. For knowledge, determine the parts of the rectangular coordinate system. For competence, illustrate the parts of rectangular coordinate system. For skills, plot points in the coordinate or Cartesian plane. And for values and attitude, appreciate the purpose of Cartesian plane in finding location. Now, let's have the 2-quad. First question. Using the picture below, what is the location of Calibato Lake? A. 3 steps to the north and 3 steps to the west. B. 3 steps to the south and 3 steps to the west. C. 3 steps to the north and 3 steps to the east. Or D. 3 steps to the south and 3 steps to the east. I will give you a few seconds to have your answer. If your answer is C, then you are correct. Now, let's have question number 2. Using the picture below, what is the location of Sampaloc Lake? A. 1 step to the north and 1 step to the west. B. 1 step to the south and 1 step to the west. C. 1 step to the north and 1 step to the east. Or D. 1 step to the south and 1 step to the east. Again, I will give you a few seconds to have your answer. If your answer is A, then you are correct. Now, let's have an activity. I have here a music regarding rectangular coordinate system. All you have to do is to listen, and then after that, we will have another activity.
To plot the coordinates 2, 1, go right 2, jump up 1, and you're done. To plot -8, +2, go left 8, up 2, that's what we do.
On the x-axis,
Count left or right.
on the y-axis,
Count up or down, that's how our coordinates point is found. To plot the coordinates 9, 5, go right 9, up 5, to where you arrive. For -3, -9, go left 3, down 9, where they intertwine.
on the x-axis,
Count left or right.
on the y-axis. Coordinates are kinda like clues, telling you where to plot the X and Y values. And when you see them on a questionnaire, they can be called coordinates or an ordered pair. There are 4 quadrants. The first is in the top right corner. The second, third, and fourth go in kinda clockwise order. Finally, there's a place you begin. At 0, 0 called the origin. On the x-axis,
Count left or
on
right.
the y-axis,
Count up or down. That's how a coordinates point is found.
Now, here is another activity. All you have to do is to answer this crossword puzzle. I have questions for across and I have questions for down. I will give you 30 seconds to answer those questions. Across one, there are 2 numbers or sometimes a letter and a number that locate a specific point on a grid. Across number 4, it is the horizontal coordinate of a point in a plane coordinate system obtained by measuring parallel to the x-axis. Across 6, it is the point where the axes of the system intersect. And across 7, they are the reference line that used to measure coordinates on graphs and grids. For down, number 2 down, it is the vertical coordinate of a point in a plane coordinate system obtained by measuring parallel to the y-axis. Down 3, the surname of the mathematician who developed the Cartesian plane. And down 5, they are known as the regions in Cartesian plane. Again, I will give you 30 seconds to have your answer. Your timer starts now. Now, let's check your answer. For across number 1, the answer is coordinates. For across number 4, the answer is abscissa. For across number 6, the answer is origin. And for across number 7, the answer is axis. For down number 2, the answer is ordinate. For down number 3, the answer is Descartes. For down number 5, the answer is quadrants. Did you get all correct answer? Great! Now, I have here an illustration of a Cartesian plane. A Cartesian plane was developed by a great mathematician named René Descartes. René Descartes is one of the great mathematicians that we have. Then, in a Cartesian plane, we have 2 lines that cross together. And they are known as the axes. We have x-axis that is known as the abscissa and the y-axis is known as the ordinates. When the 2 axes cross together, they will have the intersection point. And that intersection point is known as the origin. When the 2 lines that cross together, they will form 4 regions. And that regions are known as the quadrants. we have quadrant 1 wherein x and y are both positive. In quadrant 2, x-axis is negative and y-axis is positive. And in quadrant 3, both x and y are negative. And in quadrant 4, we have x is positive and the y-axis is negative. Now, I have here an example of a point wherein we have 4, 4. We have positive 4 in x-axis and positive 4 and y-axis. And they are called as the coordinates. Now, let's have a trivia. Did you know that paritadlunging katayuat is the Tagalog word for rectangular coordinate system? Taluhog is the Tagalog word for imaginary lines in geometry or also known as the axis. And kapatan is the Tagalog word for quadrants. Now, let's have another activity. In this activity, all you have to do is to determine in what quadrant did the 7 lakes located. Are you ready? Now, let's start. First, Mohicap Lake. What quadrant did Mohicap Lake located? How about the Palakpaking Lake? Next is Yambo Lake. Next is the Pandin Lake. Next one is the Calibato Lake. And then, we also have the Bunut Lake. Last one, we have Sampaloc Lake. I will give you few seconds to finalize your answer in finding the quadrant of those 7 lakes. Now, let's check your answer. First, we have the Mohicap Lake. That is in a quadrant 3. Next one is the Palakpaking Lake. That is in a quadrant 2. Next one is the Yambo Lake. And that is in a quadrant 4. Next one is the Pandin Lake. And that is in a quadrant 1. Next is the Calibato Lake. And that is in a quadrant 3. Next one is the Bunut Lake. And that is in a quadrant 1. Last one is the Sampaloc Lake. And that is in the quadrant 2. Did you get all correct answer? Great! Now, let's have again another activity. This time, you will determine what point did the 7 lakes located. I will give you 30 seconds to have your answer. Your timer starts now. Now, let's check your answer. For Sampaloc Lake, the points are -3, 2. For Palakpaking Lake, we have -3 and -5. For Mohicap Lake, we have 0 and -5. For Calibato Lake, we have 3 and -4. For Yambo, we have 3 and 0. For Bunot, we have 4 and 2. And for Bandin, we have 0, 2. Did you get all correct answer? Great! Now, for an evaluation, I will give you your first performance task. Your instruction is, in a graphing paper, plot the following set of points and then connect the points, then determine the figure and put a color on it. Now, here are the set of points. So, the instruction is, you will plot first the points in a set 1, then you will connect those points. And then, you will proceed to the points of the set 2, and then again, you will connect those points. And then, so on and so forth. For the clue, the image that you will be formed is one of the pride of San Pablo City. It has a statue that will be found near the Sampaloc Lake. And for the trivia of that figure, a symbolic statue of that image which was built in honor to Mr. and Mrs. Jose C. Agahan, who were the first fingerlings donors both for the Sampaloc and Palakpakin Lake. This was built under the Resolution under 85 dated April 16, 1955 under the late Mayor Thomas Dizon. Now, here is the storytelling by Mrs. Maureen D. Saniano, a kinder teacher from Santiago Elementary School, entitled The Tilapia May Festival.
The Tilapia May Festival. In commemoration of the Fisher Folks Month, every May, San Pablo City celebrates Tilapia May Festival. It's a month-long celebration for the local industry of tilapia and other aquatic products from the 7 lakes of San Pablo City. One of the agricultural resources of San Pablo are the marine products from the lakes. And to celebrate the bountiful harvest, every year, the government of San Pablo considered making their festivity possible for our local fishermen and fish folks all over the city proper and rural barangays. Different events are in line in the celebration of the festival, such as the Diwata ng Pitong Lawa, a search of true beauty that will help in advocating and preservation of the lakes of San Pablo City. Balsa Regatta, a challenge of true strength of our fishermen as they try to finish their course around the river, and to promote tourism in our lakes in San Pablo City. And ang pinakamasarap na lutong tilapia, a challenge of how to make the most delicious dish from tilapia, which is one of the main events of the Festival of City of 7 Lakes.
To summarize or generalize our lesson for today, I will left you with this quotation. We are like axis of Cartesian plane. We met only once, but that point is the origin of my new life. It is from Pramod Yadav. Did you enjoy our lesson for today? Great! Always remember, stay at home, keep safe, and always stay healthy. Have a great day for everyone. Goodbye!